I'm Taylor Bisciotti with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. A great sight for Bengals fans at the team's voluntary workouts Monday as quarterback Joe Burrow was out on the field throwing for the first time since undergoing wrist surgery back in November. Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill told the Around the Bar podcast that he loves Miami and would like to retire as a Dolphin, saying, quote, "I want to stay in Miami forever." Hill has one more season guaranteed in Miami. New Buccaneers offensive coordinator Liam Cohen says quarterback Baker Mayfield has shown a, quote, calm confidence during Tampa's voluntary workouts. Cohen added Mayfield has been having fun with his teammates, and that's ultimately what makes him a great leader. And according to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport, free agent wide receiver Zay Jones visited the Titans Monday, while fellow wideout Marquez Valdez-Scantling is scheduled to visit the Chargers today. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Free! Who doesn't love free? With Milo's Rewards, you get the member-only treatment that's actually worth it. Enjoy free member gifts you'll love. And once you reach Silver Key status, you can get free standard shipping. Because Lowe's knows nothing feels better than free. Learn more about our new loyalty program at Lowe's.com/MyLowe's Rewards today. Program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details. Member gifts may be subject to additional terms and restrictions. See Lowe's.com/shipping terms for details. Subject to change.
If you need bold banners to boost your business, but you're on a budget, think Staples. Posters, flyers, signs, and menus for less? Think Staples. Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward. Now at Staples, save $50 on your print purchase of $150 or more. Same-day service available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. And all backed by Staples' Print Perfect guarantee. So it's done right or it's printed again free. Staples, your local print and marketing expert. N61, visit staples.com/print for details.
And it is it's a Tuesday, 7th day of May, 2024. I'm Carroll in the newsroom, Jared. We will catch up on all the latest local news. We will celebrate some birthdays today. I'll update the weather forecast, and we let you know what's going on around the world, what's going on around the valley. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning, Carroll.
It's another beautiful day.
Oh, yes, it always is.
Yeah, the birds are singing. Yeah, and you remember Don Julio?
Oh, yes, Don Julio, the neighborhood cat.
Julio greeted me as I walked out of the house this morning, which means it will be a good day. In our neighborhood, we have a cat, Julio by name.
Don Julio.
Julio is a true neighborhood cat. I think Julio gets fed at about 5 different houses. And, has no problem crawling up in one of our flower beds and sleeping through the heat of the afternoon. And, if you give him half a chance, just walk in the house and make himself at home. Julio's a neat cat.
Yeah, one time I left my door open and went inside, went back out, and cat was in my car.
Yeah,
could have
that's
taken him
Julio.
home. Yeah, that's Julio.
Yeah, with a look on his face like, where we going, bro?
Uh-huh.
Yep. Okay. Well, in the news, I know you've heard student protests prompt calls for cancellation of their college loans.
Yes.
Yeah, well, just to be square here, I put myself through 4 years of college. But it did take me 20 years to pay off my student bar tab. That took a while. Ching! Yes. Anyway, I think most everybody has recovered from Cinco de Mayo. So we'll move on to Mother's Day. Mother's Day is Friday and again on Sunday. Take your pick, right?
We get 2.
Sure, Mom deserves 2.
Yeah, just in case, you don't do too great, make mom happy on the first one. You get a second chance on Sunday.
Yeah, and Gabe Emmons was showing me what he made for his mother.
Aw.
Yeah, beautiful macaroni and glitter necklace for her. So that is so Gabe, right?
Oh, definitely. You put a lot of heart into that, though, man.
Ah, yes. Okay, how about some birthdays today?
Birthdays.
Singer, actor, Thelma Houston, 81. Actor Robin Strasser is 79. Singer-songwriter Bill Danoff of Starland Vocal Band, 78. Drummer Bill Kreutzmann of the Grateful Dead, 78. Director Amy Heckerling is 72. Actor Michael E. Knight, 65. Actor Tracy Lords, 56. Actor Morocco Omari, 54. Singer Eagle Eye Cherry is 53. Actor Brecken Meyer is 50. Actor Alexander Ludwig is 32. Actor Dylan Gelula is 30. We've got local birthdays coming up as well. Listen to AM 1230 and win. We'll be giving away copies of the National Geographic book, Mysterious Marvelous Octopus. What a great book for the little ones. Listen to AM 1230. When you hear the ship's bell, be caller number 6 at 760-352-1230 and win. It's that easy. Listen to AM 1230 for the ship's bell. And call 352-1230. National Geographic Kids Books and AM 1230. What a pair. We have happy birthday wishes today for Caleb Deloach, Ava Murgia, Tom Ludlow, Big Lou Dominguez, Richard Miranda, Jesse Laguna, Estella Moulton, Fermin Estrada, Christine Iyer, Mark Mannix, Melissa Chow, Carl Pearson, and Coach Nabil Nujaim. Happy birthday from KXO. Okie dokie. We've got all sorts of things coming up and, things happening in the news, and we'll tell you about what's going on around the Imperial Valley. And a new study out, researchers in Australia found that those with high fitness levels had a lower risk of complications from poor health. Yeah. The study says if you do a lot of huff and puff exercise, then your risk of dying early is reduced by 20%. Okay. A question here. For a friend, just asking for a friend, does huffing and puffing while eating a glazed donut count?
The
Well,
only fitness I do is fitness pizza in my mouth.
Yes, and it's like the seafood diet I've been on for years. Seafood, eat food, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, somebody is paying for all of this research, which means, for the most part, it's coming out of your and my pocket, right?
Somehow, some way or another.
Yeah, okay. We're ready for some news.
News time.
Okay. We're going to start with a look at world and California news headlines. Brought to you this morning by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
CBS News special report. Former President Trump has returned to his hush money trial in New York, where two sources tell CBS News Stormy Daniels expects to take the stand today. CBS's Katrina Kaufman is at the courthouse.
She was an adult film star, and the alleged payoff to her was made in the days leading up to the 2016 presidential elections.
Daniels, whose real name is Stephanie Clifford, alleges she and Mr. Trump had an affair. He denies it. Former federal prosecutor Lori Levinson.
The finances might have been handled by other lawyers, but it is key to this case whether there was the initial affair at all between the former president and Stormy Daniels, because that's what the prosecutors claim led to the false reporting of financial information on the business records.
Trump's former fixer, Michael Cohen, who allegedly arranged a payoff to Daniels, has yet to testify. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
This is Sarah Griffin with the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially for those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ivfoodbank.org.
California headline news. After one day of trying to hold in-person classes, UCLA shifted back to remote instruction Monday. The student not comfortable with the ongoing campus unrest.
It's scary seeing all these people and all these security and all this. It's not the UCLA that I've seen and I've grown accustomed to.
43 pro-Palestinian demonstrators arrested on the third floor of a campus parking structure on suspicion of conspiracy to commit burglary. 50 people also staging a sit-in to UCLA's Moore Hall. Thousands turning out in Sacramento to honor those killed in the line of duty. The annual California Peace Officers Memorial Ceremony, where State Supreme Court Justice Patricia Guerrero was among the speakers.
It is hard to imagine how one would feel in your position, perhaps profoundly devastated, sad, angry, numb. Hopefully you find peace and comfort here with one another.
The names of 8 peace officers added to the memorial monument. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial Valley Food Bank. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair?
What do you mean? Does it not look good?
It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret.
No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic.
Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
I was so tired of having thin and brittle hair. Oh, and the shedding. So I figured I'd give hair volume a try. Needless to say, I'm thrilled with the results. Hey, where are you going?
I'm going to pick up some hair volume right now. My reunion's next month, and I want my hair to look as good as yours.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or your local Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS. Available as a tablet or delicious gummy. Help your hair look full, voluminous, and beautiful again at nordicUSA.com, Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS.
And it's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is a service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. There are 3 locations in the Imperial Valley. At El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, and at the Imperial Valley Mall, and of course, their mobile service available wherever you are at no additional charge.
Board of Supervisors return to their weekly format. Here's George Gale with more on that.
Public session begins at 10 a.m. They will begin by proclaiming this week as National Correctional Officers and Employees Week in the Imperial County. They will also proclaim the entire month of May as Mental Health Month. A board will adopt a resolution and present a plaque honoring Gonzalo Chalo Gerardo for 32 years of service with the City of Kxo Police Department. Gerardo left the department as the Chief of Police. As the Gateway CSA Board of Directors, they will discuss appointing 3 members to the Gateway Service Area Advisory Committee for a 3-year term, a term of 3 years each. As the Board of Supervisors, they will hear a presentation by Raíces on their 2023 community engagement for Lithium Valley Specific Plan and programmatic EIR funded by SB 125. There will also be a presentation on the Small Business Development Center. There will be 2 public hearings, including one on a revised community development block grant application for the Nyland County Sanitary District wastewater treatment plant and collection system improvement. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And a suspect has been arrested. A man has been arrested and charged with murder. Yuma County Sheriff's Office deputies arrested 19-year-old Romeo J. Arellano of Yuma as a suspect in the murders of 82-year-old Manuel Marquez and 79-year-old Patricia Marquez. The suspect was taken into custody Friday and booked into the Yuma County Detention Center on 2 counts of premeditated first-degree murder. The Marquezes were found deceased in their residence Wednesday afternoon after YCSO received a report of an apparent burglary at the residence. KXO News Time, 7:42.
How about the next time you need service on your car? We come to you. Hi, this is Mike Allison for El Centro Motors and Quick Lane. Our mobile service vans are an extension of our dealership service lane. We will come to you for an oil change, filters, brakes, batteries, tire rotation, and so much more. Hey, while your car is just sitting there at work, we'll take care of your service needs, and it doesn't cost any extra. Schedule your appointment now at elcentralmotors.net. El Centro Motors Mobile Service Vans. What a great idea.
And we have the certified results of the April 16th recall election. Let's hear more on that.
They will be delivered to the County Board of Supervisors. The election was to recall Kxo City Council members Raul Ureña and Gilberto Manzanares. Once accepted, the results will be delivered to the Kxo City Council at their meeting Wednesday. Ureña and Manzanares will be removed from office at the Kxo meeting. The City Council will then decide how they want to fill the two vacancies, either by appointment, calling another special election, or operating with 3 City Council members until the election in November. All 5 council seats will be on the November ballot. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And fallen officers honored the 16th annual Imperial Valley Law Enforcement Memorial Ceremony. It was held Friday. They honored 49 people who have passed since 1920. They were officers from various law enforcement entities operating in the Imperial Valley. The event was held at the El Centro Superior Court on Main Street in El Centro. Flags will remain on display on the courthouse lawn representing each of the fallen soldiers. This week is also National Corrections Officer and Employee Week through May 11th. That's it for page 1 of local news. Page 2 coming up next.
Page 1 of the local news has been a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. You will find 3 locations in the valley. Quick Lane at El Centro Motors, at the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Mother's Day is almost here. Treat mom to a relaxing spa day at Loan's Nails and Spa. Get a manicure, pedicure, wax, and more with professional attentive service that will leave mom feeling her best. Loan's Nails and Spa in the Vaughn Shopping Center, El Centro, is the perfect place to spoil mom for Mother's Day. Book your appointment now. Call 592-4081 or find them on the web. Loan's Nails and Spa, 838 North Imperial Avenue in the Vaughn Shopping Center, El Centro. This Mother's Day, treat mom right at Loan's Nails and Spa.
And it's page 2 of the local news with a side of weather, all brought to you by Burgers and Beer. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
IID board meets Tuesday afternoon. Here's George Gale.
It starts at 1 this afternoon. Public is asked to attend a bit early to go through the security process. They will begin with a presentation on the Special Projects Grant Program. They will also announce the Employee of the Month for the month of May. Directors will proclaim May as Water Safety Month. Dippy Duck is expected to attend. They will also be asked to adopt the CAL FIRE resolution for funding from the Urban and Community Forestry Grant Program of the California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection. And the directors will consider adopting a resolution certifying the environmental impact report for the EHL reservoir and intake channel. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And today, May 7th, is National Fentanyl Awareness Day. As drug overdoses in the U.S. continue to rise, it is important that the public becomes aware of the dangers of fentanyl. Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid that is extremely potent, and consuming only 2 milligrams of fentanyl is enough to kill a person. The DEA fentanyl seizures in 2024 represents over 93.7 million deadly doses. The DEA is dedicated to educating the public on the dangers of fentanyl poisoning. And Brawley City Council meeting. Here's George Gale.
They will begin the meeting on their action agenda by approving the sale of a fire engine to the city of Calipatria. They will discuss a budget adjustment in the amount of just over $120,000 for the purchase of 2 variable frequencies drives for the wastewater treatment plant. Council could approve geotechnical and materials testing service contracts to Landmark Consultants Incorporated for the Main Street waterline installation phases 1 and 2. They will consider a proposal from the Holt Group for street evaluations, and the council will consider 2 amendments for the master agreement with the Clean Water Ventures Incorporated. Meeting starts at 6 p.m. tonight at the City Council chambers on Main Street in Brawley. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And we have the 2024 graduation season. Graduation season starts this week. Most graduations will be held in June, but not all of them. The first graduation ceremony will be held this Thursday, May 9th. San Diego State University Imperial Valley campus holds their graduation ceremony at the Rolly Carrillo Quad starting at 7 p.m. Again, that'll be on May 9th. Other graduation ceremonies this month will be ICOE Special Education High School students on May 23rd at 9 a.m. at IVCEC. And the Vincent Memorial Catholic High School in Calexico will hold their graduation ceremony on May 24th at Our Lady of Guadalupe Church in Calexico at 10:30 a.m. The rest of the graduation ceremonies will be held in June. KXO News Time, 7:49.
Did you know that Burgers & Beer has happy hour every day from 3 to 6? With specials on select appetizers, beer specials, and more. Ask about drink specials all day with $5 drinks like Margarita Monday, Tonic Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, and Thirsty Thursday. Our weekday lunch specials include a soft drink from only $8 to $11. May specials include sangria, birria melt, and $5 bottles of Corona. Burgers & Beer with 5 locations, proudly serving you, your family, and friends since 1985. Burgers & Beer, for the best burger in town.
The National Weather Service says dry weather will continue for the rest of the week, with an increase in winds today and tomorrow. Temperatures will remain near normal through around Friday before rising to above normal over the weekend into early next week, when afternoon highs may climb to about 100 degrees across the Imperial and Yuma valleys. 83, the high in the valley yesterday, 57 our overnight low. Sunny today with a high near 94. South wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, becoming west this afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 25 miles an hour. Clear tonight with a low around 64. West winds 10 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 30 miles an hour. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 89. North wind 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. 66 degrees downtown El Centro, 40% our relative humidity. Wind out of the south-southwest at about 3 miles an hour. Local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers & Beer, serving the best burgers in town. Don't forget daily lunch specials Monday through Friday. And, of course, happy hour 3 till 6 p.m. every day.
Imperial Valley Business Resource Center is a one-stop shop for business development. We provide a complete roadmap to success for startups, entrepreneurs, and small to medium-sized businesses. Our in-house services include startup assistance, workforce development, manufacturing assistance, site selection, access to capital, accounting, cash flow management, permitting assistance, government contracting, international trade, incentive analysis, and more. Contact IVBRC today at 760-353-8332 or visit ivbrc.org to get started.
And it is Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the very best care. Major League Baseball action yesterday. Phillies thumped the Giants 6-1. Guardians nipped the Tigers 2-1. Pirates over the Angels 4-1. Rays ripped the White Sox 8-2. It was the Royals edging the Brewers 3-2. Twins topped the Mariners 3-1. Mets edged the Cardinals 4-3. Rangers over the Athletics 4-2. Dodgers dumped the Marlins 6-3. And the Padres held on and got to 500 on the season with a 6-3 win over the Cubs. For the Dodgers, Walker Buehler threw the first pitch last night. His first time on the mound after 20 months, almost 2 years of rehab after a second Tommy John surgery.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Raleigh, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And in the NBA, the Knicks topped the Pacers 121-117. Game 1 of the East semifinals. Of course, with the win, the Knicks lead that series 1-0. And the Timberwolves ran past the Nuggets 106-80. The T-Wolves lead the West semifinals 2-0. Coming up today, it'll be Cleveland at Boston, Dallas at Oklahoma City as NBA action continues. Meanwhile, Victor Wembanyama came into the NBA with massive expectations, and he did not disappoint. Wembanyama is the NBA's Rookie of the Year. And in news on the links, Taylor Gooch of Live Golf gets to play in at least one major this year. According to Gooch, he received an invitation to play in the PGA Championship next week, and AM 1230 will have hourly updates of the PGA Championship right here next week. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And financial news with a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company that protects you, your home, your business, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Investigators are probing whether Boeing employees failed to perform some quality inspections on its 787 Dreamliner. The FAA said Boeing voluntarily informed us in April that it may not have completed required inspections to confirm adequate bonding and grounding where the wings join the fuselage on certain 787 airplanes. The Boeing executive overseeing the 787 program wrote in an internal memo that the issue was reported by an employee and is an instance of misconduct. He said it is not an immediate safety of flight issue. And two of Europe's biggest oil companies, Shell and Total Energies, are considering, Shell is European. I thought you knew that. Anyway, they're considering abandoning their stock exchanges for Wall Street in a move that would deal a hammer blow to London and Paris. Britain's Shell is the second largest company on London's FTSE 100 index, representing 8.4% of its total market capitalization, while France's Total Energies is the fourth largest on the CAC 40 index, accounting for 6% of its value. Alistair Syme, managing director of Global Energy Equity Research at Citi, says Shell and Total Energies have long traded at a discount, but that gap reached its widest point around 2 years ago, reflecting a broader divergence between European and U.S. stocks. In case you're wondering, Walt Disney stock down about 8%. Things not looking good at the House of Mouse. And on the big board, right now, the Dow up 116 points at 38,968. The S&P 500 is up 16 points at 5,196. The NASDAQ up 29 points at 16,377. Gold has dropped $2.90 a barrel. Yeah, they sell gold by the ounce, not the barrel. Oil is by the barrel, and it is down 77 cents per barrel. So the Dow on track for a fifth straight gain as investors weigh what the Fed has to say.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my number one priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 94. South wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 25 miles an hour. The winds become west this afternoon. Tonight, clear with a low around 64. West winds 10 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 30 miles an hour. Sunny on Wednesday with a high near 89. North wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. And right now, downtown El Centro, we are looking at 68 degrees, 37% our relative humidity. Wind out of the south-southwest at about 3 miles an hour. Financial news and a brief look at the weather, all brought to you by Southwest Postal Service, the only postal box service offering 24-hour a day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal. You will find them at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro. Local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Steve Kathan. One of the key prosecution witnesses in Donald Trump's New York criminal trial is on the stand right now, Stormy Daniels. CBS's Katrina Kaufman.
We absolutely expect to hear about her history with Donald Trump. There was a discussion this morning among the lawyers about what could be brought up about that in front of the jury, and the judge agreed that he doesn't want salacious details coming out, but the jury does need to understand to some extent what happened. And then, of course, we will learn what led up to the payoff of Stormy Daniels leading up to the 2016 election.
At least one death is blamed on the tornado that ripped through Barnsdall, Oklahoma, 30 miles north of Tulsa. Reporter Brad Gibson.
This town took a direct hit. A retirement home has been partially destroyed. A oil refinery that employs a lot of the local residents has been leveled from photos that I have seen, and some 30 to 40 homes have been leveled.
Overseas, Israel made military moves in eastern Rafah. CBS's Rami Inocencio reports the country's military has taken control of 2 key border crossings.
It received intelligence that the Rafah crossing was being used for what it called terrorist purposes. The IDF also cited Sunday's Hamas terror attack from Rafah, originating from Rafah, on an Israeli military position over at Kerem Shalom. That's another border crossing about 1,000 feet away.
Investigators in Ukraine say they've foiled a Russian plot to assassinate President Zelensky and other top military and political figures. The FAA has opened an investigation into Boeing. CBS's Chris Van Cleve says the company spoke up after learning that employees apparently falsified records on hundreds of 787 Dreamliners.
Boeing says it learned about this incident from an employee on the line in South Carolina who saw something that didn't seem right and reported it to management. An investigation was launched. That's when Boeing confirmed that there were some employees who were not following company procedures.
And federal investigators want Tesla to tell them how it developed a fix in more than 2 million vehicles with the company's partially automated driving system. Jeff Gilbert of affiliate WWJ Detroit says there are concerns that fix fell short.
Safety investigators want to know how many miles consumers have driven on autopilot, how many times they've been warned to put their hands on the wheel. It's part of an investigation into whether a recent recall went far enough. There have been 20 crashes involving Teslas with updated software.
And checking Wall Street, right now the Dow is up 114 points, NASDAQ up 30. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly. You need parts? O'Reilly Auto Parts has parts. Need them fast? We've got fast. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. You know, I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. You know, basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
A story of apparent desperation becomes a murder case.
Police in Independence, Missouri say Ronnie Wiggs admitted strangling his wife to death in her hospital bed, saying he could not afford to care for her. The 75-year-old man has been charged with second-degree murder. His wife was hospitalized to receive a Newport to continue dialysis treatment. Wiggs told a detective he had tried to kill his ailing wife 2 times before. He said he simply could not take care of his wife anymore, physically or financially. Jim Crisilla, CBS News.
Instacart says it's partnering with Uber Eats to offer restaurant deliveries to its customers. The grocery delivery company says U.S. shoppers will see a restaurants tab in the company's app. In the coming weeks, restaurant orders will be delivered by Uber Eats drivers. The service is free if you're on the $9 a month grocery list, and provided that order is over $35. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
I always have my music on.
With Carroll Buckley.
I can't go a day without it.
12:30.